Let me go into detail in all the fields you have talked about. And let me start by the economic field. Good relation, trade has jumped up by 44%.
Actually more.
More?
Since 2016, it's up 76%.
76% since 2016. So 76% up. Can we go beyond trades? Can we go more into investments? Investments are very limited. Last year, I think 19, it's only 1.5.
But Egypt's total investment in 2019 from direct foreign investment sources was $9 billion. 1.6 billion of that was from the United States. So we're already a significant investor here. We're the third largest investor in Egypt. Egypt is our #1 investment destination for direct foreign investment in Africa, 4 years in a row, and our #2 in the Middle East and North Africa region. That said, I'm committed to working to try and increase it. And we'll come back to some of the things that are going on.
What is your agenda to do that? What is your agenda to attract more American companies, to push for more investments, FDI, from the United States into Egypt?
Well, American companies are interested. And as I mentioned, my very first day after I presented my credentials, I was engaged with them, with the business leaders and with the Egyptian government officials to try and see if we couldn't help bring them together, because I think there are a lot of great opportunities for American businesses here. So I'm spending a lot of time talking to American business community representatives, including AmCham and the U.S. Egypt Business Council and others, to make sure that they have an eye on the opportunities that are here, that they take advantage of them, that when they bid on them, I advocate on their behalf with whoever's letting the contract, whether it's the government or a private company here. We also think there are lots of great partnerships for American companies with Egyptian partners, and we've seen some of that. A couple, and the statistics that we talked about were through 2019, so mostly things that happened before I got here. Since I got here, a couple, just as examples of the major deals that have been done. Noble Energy, which is a company out of Houston, Texas, is doing the pipeline between Israel and Egypt for gas, natural gas. That's a $15 billion project. Bechtel won an almost $6 billion petrol refinery contract for a refinery that'll be near the Suez Canal. And SpaceX, which captured the world's attention and imagination last month when it brought a couple American astronauts to the International Space Station, has been awarded a contract to put the next Nilesat satellite into orbit. So we also have a very large agricultural import operation. Soybeans are a very big import of the United States. We've also brought into Egypt dairy cattle. So we're doing everything from soybeans to satellites.
So what is needed from the side of Egypt? What is needed from the Egyptian economy to attract more American businesses for investment?
The good news is that Egypt did a lot of the hard work during the years leading up to 2019 through the austerity program, the IMF reforms. So the fundamentals of the economy were in good shape. And Egypt, even with COVID, is one of the few economies that's projected to have positive economic growth in the year ahead. So that on its own is attractive. Beyond that, we are working for better transparency, more intellectual protection for copyrights, the things that make a business investment a more secure proposition. And I would say Egypt's on a good path. There's more work to do.
More work to do on what fields exactly? Copyright and...
Copyright protections, transparency, ease of doing business, bureaucracy, which are things that Egyptian businesses wrestle with as well. And it's a competitive marketplace. So, when I have this conversation with Egyptian partners, look around the neighborhood, see who's doing something better maybe you can learn from and adapt. Talk to the businesses that are interested and see what would make them decide to close the deal that they might be hesitant about, and try and adapt to those things.